The Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading presents This Book is Cool. With your host, Beth Duda. Coming up, Miss Beth will have a special arts activity, words to put in your word bank, and a special interview with a person who thinks the book you are reading is cool.
Hi everybody, welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda and I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading. Today we have a wonderful book. It's funny and it also teaches us some really important things about science. The book is called The Very Impatient Caterpillar and it was written by Ross Burach. We have a special guest with us today to talk to us about why she thinks this book is cool. From Wilkinson Elementary School, we have a teacher with us. Her name is Tessa Healy. Hi, Tessa.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us today.
I'm so excited to be here.
So now, Tessa, a little bit, it looks like you are in outer space. Explain to me the cool background.
Well, I'm in a very special place at Wilkinson Elementary called STEAM Station. It's a hands-on learning environment we have here at school, and this room is space themed. So we have one of our rocket ships behind us.
That is so wonderful. I'm really enjoying the background, and I love that Wilkinson Elementary does so many cool things about STEAM.
Yeah, we're a STEAM school. We love to get the kids hands-on and their brains going, and yours is going just by looking at my background.
It is. It's fascinating. So this book that we're going to talk about today, The Very Impatient Caterpillar, I know that it's one of my favorites. Why do you think this book is cool?
Oh my gosh, this book is so funny. We love to get kids thinking, and this book tricked us into learning. It was so funny with the humor that they use. You don't even realize you're learning. Meta what now, the caterpillar said.
I love that too, because you know, when you think of a word like metamorphosize, that can be really hard, but the caterpillar had such a great, take on it. It was a little bit of a wisecracker, so that it made me absolutely stay focused on his journey. I really also enjoyed the whole concept of patience versus impatience.
Yeah, it's so hard to be patient, and especially in elementary school and with little learners. Sometimes we sit in our car and we say, "Are we there yet?" And that's what this caterpillar was going throughout this story.
I can remember when I was a young child, we used to visit my grandparents, and we thought it was a very long trip. It actually was about 2 hours away from where we lived, but we thought that trip lasted forever.
Yeah.
So it is, it's hard.
A lot of are we there yet moments.
A lot of are we there yet, yes. And when you think about what a butterfly has to go to, or a caterpillar, what it has to go through to be a butterfly, there's a lot of waiting involved.
A lot of waiting. I know. Beth, what would you do if you had to be stuck in a chrysalis for 2 weeks, just like our caterpillar was?
I don't think that I would do very well, because I do tend to be a little impatient. I think I would be doing the same thing, like, come on, I'm ready.
Exactly. I know. It'd be nice for a little bit, and then I think we'd get antsy.
Yes. I like that word, antsy.
Yes.
I also really enjoyed that we were learning about real science, but in such a colorful way. The illustrations were really cool.
They were beautiful and they were cartoonish. They kept me excited. I didn't know where to look first. I love that the story was told through those speech bubbles, because I could almost envision the character's voice in my head. I love that.
I did too. And again, he's a character. I mean, he truly is a character. He's got this great personality. And I like the way that the author also played with the book font, and sometimes the letters are really large and colorful, and sometimes they're very small, and it helped us to understand.
Yeah, there's that fancy word onomatopoeia in there for my students, and that's those comic book words. And this would be a great teaching tool for our teachers to use.
Well, there you go. So a little bit of this book is cool in school is always good.
Everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
And then,
And Beth, I love the ending of that book. I'm going to spoil it for everybody, but that caterpillar finally transforms into the butterfly, and then, oh my goodness, it's ready to get impatient again, getting ready for migration. So I have a feeling there might be a sequel, and if not, the kids could write one, right?
that's a great idea, yes. And I think that that's the way we are a lot of times in life, you know, like we can't wait to be, 10 years old. And then it's like we can't wait to be 13. And then we can't wait, that we're always looking for that next adventure. And I think the caterpillar is a wonderful example of that.
You gotta enjoy where you are and enjoy the peace for a little bit. If you get 2 weeks of it, like the butterfly,
Yes.
take it.
I agree. So Tessa, I know that reading is really important to you and your students. Why is it such an enjoyable activity for you?
Well, I love it because you can escape and go anywhere. You can be anything. You can learn about things that you've never gotten to do before. Like in this story, you could have become a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. And what a great metaphor for life that is. We all hope to have those moments. So reading can just take you anywhere and let you escape what's going on in the real world for a little bit.
It's
So
true.
that's my favorite part about reading.
I enjoy that myself. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was so much fun to spend time with Tessa Healy today and to hear about all the wonderful things that are happening at Wilkinson Elementary School. This book, The Very Impatient Caterpillar, has a lot of wonderful things happening throughout the book. And one of the things that we have today that's happening in our world is putting some more words in our word bank. The first word we're going to put in our word bank today is metamorphosize. Metamorphosize. That means to undergo a change of form or a change in your nature. To change is to metamorphosize. And certainly caterpillars have a great example of metamorphosizing into butterflies. Our next word is the word chrysalis. Chrysalis. And that is the hard covering that goes around the caterpillar as that caterpillar is getting ready to change into a butterfly. A chrysalis. Our next word is the word patient. Patient. And that means to be able to wait without complaining or becoming upset. Sometimes that's hard to do, but it's a great skill to have. The next word in our word bank is the word transformed. Transformed. That means to change the look or shape of something. We transform it. And our final word is the word migrating. Migrating. That means to change your habitat or your location. And as Tessa Healy mentioned, that's what happens to the caterpillar. The caterpillar turns into a butterfly and then can't wait to migrate and fly to another place. We have a great activity today that I'm hoping you're really going to enjoy. We're going to have a caterpillar race. No, now don't get nervous. We don't have real caterpillars here. What we have are 2 paper caterpillars and a straw. Now, you can make a paper caterpillar by taking a strip of construction paper and you just fold it back and forth. I think they call this fan folding it. So we're just folding it back and forth and back and forth. And then it kind of looks like this when you're done. But if you want it to look more like a caterpillar, like look at how cool this one is. This really does look like a caterpillar. What they did is they rounded the edges. They cut the edges off to make this part rounded. Or if you're feeling a little more angular, you could do it in kind of a triangle shape. So we have these caterpillars, and I think we can use this as our finish line. And you might be wondering how I'm going to make the caterpillars move. Well, it's really cool. You use the straw and you use a little puff of air right here on the caterpillar, and you're going to see that it moves just like a caterpillar does. Isn't that neat? And watch. So you could have a race with your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your friend. Each one of you would just use your straw to puff air on the back of your caterpillar and see which one makes it to the finish line first. Take a picture and send it to us. You can send it to connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. I love the book, The Very Impatient Caterpillar, and I think you're going to love it too. I hope you will share it with your friends and your family members. Read it aloud, and you're going to have great fun impersonating this very impatient caterpillar. Remember, my friends, reading is the key to succeeding. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.